Hello and welcome again to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. Today we have Carl, Chris, Chrysler, Rick, and myself, Kareem, and we're here to get you excited about doing work and having fun in your daily endeavors. So let's start it off. Rick, you seem full of energy today. How do you make, I know you do a lot of different stuff. I've seen you were a surfer. You did a lot of different work, you said, you in your network marketing business. Tell me, like, how do you have fun when it gets monotonous? What do you do? Is there something cool you do?
Well, I have sort of a unique life, and so I've set up my whole life to be centered around myself, really. And that's what, I'd like to tell, and my message really to young entrepreneurs is that, like, I'm not in debt, and I don't have a mortgage. And my car is paid for. So, like, okay, you understand what I'm saying to you guys, right? I don't have a credit card. Okay, I know. This is out of some people's paradigm, but the thing of it is, like, my life is fun. Okay, in general, yes, I have responsibilities and family and stuff like that. I came to Hawaii, and then I didn't make that much money. I didn't have to make a lot of money, and I bought a piece of property for 50 G's, and both families are living on it. Okay. Now, this property is centrally, I can go surfing at 2 different world-class surf breaks, okay?
That's awesome.
Now, yes, I work on the internet 10, 12, 16 hours a day, my wife will tell you.
Wow.
But the thing of it is, when it's time to go surfing, I just go, oh, the surf's up. Or she says, you need to go surfing now because you're grumpy. You've been on the internet for 10 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't have a specific thing that I do, like, I'm going outside and playing with my wild pig because I have a wild pig.
That's awesome.
It does relax me and stuff like that. She kicks my butt sometimes. So, like, it takes my focus off the internet, where I'm like, oh, this is a lot of fun. Nobody else thinks it's fun, but I do.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir.
No, I was going to make a joke. You should get a ferret and name him Timon and name your pig Pumbaa and then go out there and sing.
I'm like, what is he talking about? I don't watch TV or Disney. Let me see, Pumbaa. It's like some Disney thing, right?
It's like that Lion King goof thing.
Yeah, that's a Lion King thing. Yeah, cool. I like that. I like that reference.
That's the theme of your life, isn't it? It means no worries.
That's what it seems like.
But, what's fun to me, when you ask that question, it's like I was thinking to myself the other day, like, Kareem, like, I was thinking to myself, I need to learn how to have more fun. I really do, because, like, my life, everybody looks at my life, they just go, damn, how come you not have fun, dude? I mean, I had super fun this morning. Like, my friend called me, right, and I've been helping him, like, make money online, and I introduced him to this traffic exchange, right? And he calls me, and he puts his friend puts $2,500 in it, and he makes 10%, right? So he's like, yay! He made $250, right? He's like psyched, right? And then he wakes up the next day, and then he goes, oh my God, Rick, something's wrong. I'm like, what? He's like, the guy bought another advertising pack, and I got paid $5. That means I'm gonna make another $150 from the same thing. I'm like, you didn't tell me that, he says. He's like freaking out. Now that is fun.
Yeah.
That, like, I got up, I'm all grumpy today, I gotta do my stuff, and then dude calls me and says that he figured out that from what I told him, he made $250 instantly and helped this guy out to make money. Then he's gonna make another $150 per month from the guy just buying these advertising packs. You guys know about all this, but anyways, and he said I never told him that. Wow. So that's fun to me when, like, the guy's psyched. I mean, he was having a crappy day. He works 6 days a week, So, I mean, that is really what's fun, is helping people and then watching them have the realization that, man, they didn't even know that was going to happen, So that's fun
great.
To me.
That's incredible.
In business, business. So,
Sorry, hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Then I probably blew him off of there.
I think it's important. I think that's very important for people to know, Rick, is we when you're doing a business, you got to make sure that everyone's benefiting to keep it going, right? I mean, people can't get involved with something that isn't fun for them, and that's not a team effort. So yeah, that sounds awesome. That's good.
Well, you don't do business unless it's a mutual win-win situation.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard for people to understand that. I've been in business, all my life. I mean, I'm 57 years old. I was in business when I was like 10 or something.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm not an expert by far. I'm going to learn from you guys more than you learn from me. I'm serious about that now. I'm serious. I mean, look what I learned now. How to put my name on there. I'm doing these hangouts. I never knew how to put my name. I'm talking too loud. You guys are schooling me on audio. I mean, come on. This is this thing right here. I'm learning more from you than you'll ever learn from me. So.
I actually have a question about that, though, Rick. What would you say to like certain people who, and I have some people like this in my family. I'm not naming names, but they're like, life's all hard work, and if you really want to have the good life, you gotta work, work, work. No fun, no play, no sleep. Just because there's a lot of that. I'm sure you see a lot of that, and I even have family members who are like, life is work. If you want to have a good life, just work, work, work. And to me, I'm like, no, I want to pick up my toys. I want to pick up my guitar and play the music I play. I want to, play a video game once in a while. I'm not saying it's an 8-hour thing, but what would you say to someone who's just like, nah, you don't go surfing, just keep at it. Just keep at it. You'll never be successful if you just, you know what I'm saying? That type of mentality that's just all grind and no fun, which is what society has seemed to become to me. Because when I talk to all my friends, I'm like, what are you doing? Working. What are you doing later? Right. Going to bed. Oh, what are you doing after that? Working. Oh, I'm like, this is the American dream, no?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're talking about how I was raised.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think we've all were raised like that.
Yeah.
My grandpa was German, and my dad was Hispanic. My dad was like a pimp, dude. And my grandpa was like, I'm serious, dude. Like a banger. Like my dad was a banger in like 1955. Serious now.
Okay.
In LA. I'm serious. Like he was in a gang, a real gang. Anyways, that's another day. But my grandpa always told us, if you're not sweating hard enough, he's the old German dude. If you're not sweating hard enough, you're not working hard enough. Okay. So and me being part Hispanic, I mean, I used to watch those Mexicans pick pickles in the field, okay?
Yeah.
And when I was born and raised in Wisconsin, and I was half Hispanic, so they worked their butts off. They worked really hard, okay?
Yeah.
Like crazy. But then when I found out sort of learned that you can live in the vibration of love and joy and just have a blast and help people and still have everything that you need in life. So I say to those people that you are creating your own reality, Kareem, by whatever you keep telling yourself. And it's all of us. We're all in that same boat.
Now, let me pose a question, actually, because, like, I know that to me. I watch Abraham Hicks. I'm like, yes, life is supposed to be fun. And if you align your vibration in the right way, then you can really enjoy life. But what about people who look at that and they'll say, like, Kareem, that's a nice theory that life should be fun, and that's kind of cool, but we're going to get back to work. It's like the guys at the cubicle. They're like, is that more positive thinking? Like, we'll see you later. And I just want to find that way of, like, showing people, and maybe you guys can give me an idea, that maybe this new crazy theory of enjoying life brings more prosperity than it does other bad things. Like, having fun can contribute. How can you show somebody that, like, having fun can contribute more to their financial wealth than just sweating all the time? You know what I mean, guys?
I like that. Yeah.
I think it starts with them wanting something more. I think they have to want something more out of life first before they're going to consider what's actually possible for them. I believe that they have to really do some searching within themselves to say, hey, I do want to have fun, and I do want to live in prosperity, and I do want to make it. And I think the biggest key factor in that is having a why that will keep you going and keep you working towards that goal.
That's right.
And that's why we're doing this show. That's our why. I mean, we want to bring
Yes.
people together. We're writing a book, me and Kareem, and that's we're gonna keep doing this. So this is fun for us, and we want to make sure we're giving value to people. That's why we want more people on the show. We want more people to come and contribute, because the more ideas we have to work with, the more enriching the content is, it's going to draw people back here. So I'm really passionate about making sure everybody gets something from this, and that everybody learns something from this as well, and that we all learn from everybody who shows up. So I think that educating people that there is something more is the way to do that, and the way that I would do that is to ask them, well, reach down, what do you really want? What's inside you that you want to bring forth? And that you want your gift to the world. What is that? What does that look like for you? What does happiness and fun look like for you? I think that's the first question I would ask someone.
Yep.
And just to add to Chris, man, I was told something that completely changed my view. Hold on, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, someone has to mute though. I'm not sure who that is.
It's probably Carl, most likely.
It's Carl, yeah.
Carl needs to mute his mic for now.
There's a little bit of an echo.
There's an echo, but no problem. No problem, Mo. Hold on, Carl, can you hear us?
No, Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you. We can hear
You
you
can
fine.
hear you fine.
Brooklyn Nets, I see. Sorry about that. Wrong team, buddy.
It's all good.
But
Okay,
anywho,
now we can hear you, Chrysler. Go ahead.
but something I learned that really changed my life this year was that nobody cares what you know. They care how you make them feel. And I think with that, when people kind of watch you, and it's so easy to tell people, come on, you gotta be more positive, you gotta have joy. And like Chris said, they gotta want something more out of life. But I think don't let that frustrate you. Just continue to live out what you know. Continue to live out what you believe. If you want to be, and just an example, because I think it's so easy, like as an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, to look at 9 to 5 like, oh, I don't like this job, I can't wait to start my business. If you're working at Burger King, be the best employee you can be. I mean, that's what I was doing when I was working there. Flip
That's
those
right.
burgers, have fun flipping those burgers. You feel me? Show everybody
Yeah,
love, be
that's
positive. And of course, there's
That's
a
right.
balance to it, but have fun doing that job and show people that person that you aspire to be. Then when people see that, they can go, oh wow, there's something different about this guy. I like this. Why these like what do you have that I don't? Let me learn from you. Then that's when they're most likely to see that example. And they're like, you know what, this whole positive thing, this whole I create my reality, I see it in your life. You got cool relationships, people like you, you attract positivity, and I see the way you live. I want more of that. So I think you just got to live, by example as well. There's no way around it, because you can tell people the right answers all the time, but it's like if they don't really see it as an example in you, it's just like whatever, just another theory. So that's
You
what I
gotta
would
feel it. You gotta feel it. Like I could sit here all day and say have fun, and you're like, I'm like, come on, have fun. Like, let me tell you 10 reasons you should have fun.
Right.
I have a PowerPoint. You gotta kind of feel it with your feelings subconsciously, and then that's what really gets the train going. And for me, I'm not the most excited about what I'm doing, but I like what I'm doing. So I have fun by cracking goofy jokes all the time. And sometimes I'll even crack it with a couple people I'm working with. Or when it comes down to it, there were a couple times at my old job where, I wasn't crazy about it. But what we do is sometimes after we got out to lunch, we throw ketchup packets back and forth over the cubes. Then we start goofing off with our phones. I start throwing quarters. And just being goofy and not really caring so much about every little thing, every little meeting detail, every little issue that goes down at the office. Because at the end of the day, I really don't think anybody is going to go, oh man, that guy made tons and tons of money. That was so cool. But they will feel that, oh, we had so much fun. That he really had fun flipping those burgers. He really had fun kicking it at the office. And the different ways I do that is I go in there sometimes I make sure I'm a high energy person, getting my workouts in, getting my health going, and just knowing that I'm gonna have fun. And one day, I will not be doing it. Hopefully, I'll be doing this with you guys and having even more fun. Except I'll be doing the hangout from like different countries and stuff, and like, hey
Yes,
guys,
sir. Speaking.
like, or I don't know, maybe I'll come down Hawaii. Rich can show me how to surf.
I appreciate what Chrysler said because I need that reminder every day. Oops. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I need that reminder every day because it's like sort of like you get some experience and you get around young people and you think it's what you know, but it isn't really what you know. They don't give a crap about what you know. Just like he said, it's how you make them feel and how they feel when they leave you. You know, and I'm really trying to get that in my head when I go down to the surf break and interact with these people. You know, because that's basically and online too, because I feel like I fire hose people. You know what I mean? You guys are cool. You guys have a lot of wisdom. You young guys, I don't know how old you are. I shouldn't be calling you young guys, but you guys got a lot of wisdom, man. You are going places, every single one of you. Okay, I'll tell you that right now because I've been around enough to know that.
Cool.
Holy crap!
Appreciate that,
Right
man. Honestly.
on. You know,
thank you.
wow.
Yeah, thanks.
See, that's something I learned because in our youth ministry every Wednesday I'm dealing with I live in I live in Gwinnett County, but I go downtown for this youth ministry, and these are young African American dudes that don't have a lot of fathers and broken hearts, broken homes, things of that nature. So my first response was always try to lift them up. You have value. You're awesome. Hey man, let me teach you something. But I kind of learned it's not always about that. Playing basketball with them and having fun, that right there is the way to minister to them. Like when I was told by my director, it's not always about preaching to somebody or telling somebody young to have a goal. Just have fun with them, kick it with them, talk about sports, make fun of them, freestyle, kick it, just have fun. Man. So that's how I learned that lesson. But also too, I feel like with me, I've been learning if I can be positive with the little I have, I can be positive with the bigger responsibility. Because I think it's so easy to want, like, I just can't wait to quit my job and be a full-time entrepreneur. Yeah, look at me. But it's like, that's more work, man, honestly. And I feel like in my generation, man, it's like, we don't really get that. You feel me? Like, people my age, you don't get it. We think Burger King or whatever we're doing is hard work, and we just think we got to get by. But I think if you could be disciplined in Burger King and be your own boss, show up in time because you want to show up in time, be positive because you want to show people value, then when you're your own boss, when it will get stressful, and I'm sure you know this, Rick. I mean, all you guys know this more than I am because I'm still learning, man. I didn't have this thing figured out. But I think, when you become your own boss, then you have to lay down your own schedule. The discipline you had when you had just a little bit can really transform your business when you have a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
you have way more depth as in. I'm sorry. You guys have way more depth as individuals than I do. Than I did when I was young, starting out, and way more opportunity than I ever had. And I think you realize this, but like having a job, that's like easy street, dude. Like the jobs that you guys have, that ain't even a job. I was a surgical technician for 25 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Sweet.
Now when I showed up for work, now sweet. When I showed up for work, people were dying and stuff, dude. I got exposed to every major, like I was diagnosed with every major illness that you can imagine. Positive for HIV, positive for hepatitis B, positive for hepatitis C. Okay, wonderful. All right. Tuberculosis. They said I had all these things, right? Because I was in the environment that I was exposed to all these things.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't need those things for my growth, dude. I don't have any of those things, and I will not accept any of those. Okay.
No.
Anyways,
That's awesome.
you guys are brilliant. You guys are brilliant, dude. I mean, and I'm gonna keep listening to you and talking, but I'm gonna shove my let you not see my face so I can eat something a little bit, if you don't mind.
No, we don't mind. Do whatever
But I'm
you want.
listening. Don't worry, I'm listening, and I'm gonna comment too. Okay. I'm not doing it to be rude or anything, because I want to hear what you have to say. All right.
Yeah. No
Thank
worries.
you.
No, that's cool. I couldn't imagine doing that because everybody's like, Green, you should be a doctor. The doctor would be, so much fun. And I'm like, oh God, yeah, I'll think about that. And then I passed out when I was 14 on like some medical school thing or some like medical procedure. I forget. It was like a heart surgery thing they showed in health class. And I'm like, this is not going to be fun. And then when I started playing with computers all day, I'm like, ooh, this is kind of cool. And the motherboard goes here, and if you stick these things and turn it on, magic happens. This Windows miraculously appears. And then I started installing things and playing with things and figuring out how to download. And our school had a firewall or something, and I figured out how to get through that. And I was downloading games. I'm like, this is cool.
I bet he would. Yeah, he looks like he'd get through a firewall guy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Computer hacker.
Yeah. Well, dude, I was 19 and I was doing open heart surgery at Mount Sinai Medical Center when I was 19.
Wow.
You had to memorize 18 pages before they would let you in of the procedure, before they let you even in the room. I was fascinated by cutting people in half and like working on it.
Wow.
God, it's morbid though.
Did you
That
ever
is.
play
It's
on
morbid.
Operation? Oh God.
It's totally morbid. And now if I see it, seriously, if I see it like on this, oh man, I'm grossed out. I ain't watching that crap. I don't know how I did it now. And they said that's what would happen to me after I stopped doing it. So.
Yep.
I have a question though. Did you enjoy like most of the part, or was it like more difficult? Like if you had to gauge being a surgeon, was it more traumatic? Was it hard, or did you actually have fun doing that?
God, I loved it, and I had so much fun. And I think I actually helped a few people along the way. I had so much fun living in the illusion that I was helping everyone that came into the operating room. And we would have so much fun. Like, I'm a really, like, you see how I am, jumping up and down, running around,
Yeah.
a lot of energy. I was the same way in surgery. I'll tell you a joke one time. I got in trouble because I forgot to, like, leave them something, right, in surgery. So I went to lunch. They go, Dr. Rodriguez, emergency. Go to room 2, right? And I'm like, oh, crap. I forgot to leave them this special tool, right? So I'm like, they're going to be so pissed off at me. They're my friends and, coworkers. So I'm like, what am I going to do that's funny to make them laugh, right? So they won't kick my butt. So I walked into the room and I stuck a 60cc syringe under my pants. I know it's a PG show, right? And I go, hey, can't you guys see I'm busy right now? And then I shot. Oh man, they about fell on the floor, dude. And then they never disciplined me for that. A little bit later, a couple days later, the same day, that the surgeon goes, dude, that was funny, but you're still in trouble for not getting that instrument here. So that's sort of the kind of person I was. I'm always like cutting up and doing stuff to the surgeons. I Vaseline their shoes and stuff if I don't like them, and I liquid solder your locker shut when you're in surgery if you piss me off. When you come out, you can't get in your locker. You can't get your keys. It's funny to me.
That is funny.
I do all kind of crazy crap. Like, ever watch that show MASH? That's an old show.
I love that show.
I never heard of it.
That's where I learned my stuff right there on how to be when you work in surgery, like from Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye was awesome. He's a good character. Yeah, I like. My mom and I used to watch that show all the time together. Yeah, it's a good show.
Wow. It was an old show, but
Yeah.
See, when you say Hawkeye, I'm thinking the Avengers. I'm not thinking about MASH, whatever show that is. But what's crazy though, man, my mom keeps she used to tell me that all the time, like, you should be a doctor, you should be a lawyer, and now she gives that to my younger sisters. Like, they get to talk, and, which is awesome and everything, but like, as you're speaking, I could really feel that you actually had fun, that you had a passion for what you were doing at that certain time. And I think I see why it's really important to actually follow your passion, and do something you actually love. Because you say you have to memorize like 19 pages of how to do the procedure, right? Or something like that.
just before they even let you in the room.
Wow.
You have to memorize that, like how it goes. I mean, they're not going to just drag you in there, like, you're
Right.
overhauling your
That's
car.
people's
Hey,
lives.
dude,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
like-
people's lives right there.
Hey, did you play Operation? Yeah.
I always got, I did. And I always got worked on it too. My sister would kick my butt on Operation, right? And I would like, She's like, you'll never work in surgery. Shut up.
Yeah.
Look at you now, man.
That's kind of the funny thing. It's like most people, that's like Einstein. It's like, I don't think this kid's too smart. He might not amount to nothing. And it's like, whoa! Like, I failed operation, but I'm a great surgeon.
Awesome.
Well, it was something that, it's a really learning process. And when I was in the medical field full time, I didn't have the availability of statistics like they have now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, nobody really knew outcomes. Yeah, the doctors would publish a paper and all like that. All right? But now they really know outcomes. And, like, because Western medicine has been around for so long, it's probably, that's the dog hucking under the table.
That's awesome.
She's like choke. I have like 3 chihuahuas and another dog. And every time I get on it, like a hangout or something like that, the dog is like huck, 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 huck. But otherwise, she don't. Anyways,
That's funny.
after being so long in the medical field, there is never any outcome statistics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you never could really tell, hey, is this operation these guys doing, is it really good? Is it helping people? All that kind of crap, right? Well, now that I've been studying it for so long, I still have an interest in it. I've discovered that getting treated by a physician and okay, this isn't political and this isn't religious. I'm just trying to check in. Getting treated by a physician is the leading cause of death in America.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, that ain't fun, dude. Oh, you guys already know. I'm glad.
Oh boy.
There's many things about allopathic medicine that people who take don't look into, and they don't look into the risks of chemicals. And so, I mean, that's one thing that people need to do is get educated on what they're taking and why they're taking it if they choose to use allopathic medicines, for sure, Rick.
Uh-oh. What did you say? Allopathic? Uh-oh. Was it Chris? That was Chris, right? Okay, watch out now. Watch this. Let me explain to you this, okay? I worked with 150, 200 surgeons, all right, in my life. Doctors, probably more. Maybe 1,000, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that every time I said allopathic, none of them knew what that was?
That's intense.
Wow.
Okay?
No.
Now, how brilliant is this guy right here? How brilliant is this man right here that never went to medical school, that actually knows the type of medicine that is being in the Western medical field? Holy crap! Okay, I met tons and tons of people, okay? They don't know what allopathic is. They don't know what homeopathic is.
Actually.
Awesome. Totally awesome. I love
it. Like a biologist, like, what's a herbivore? Like, really? Wow. Oh boy.
And the thing, I know for a fact that if we used in Western society, if we used more homeopathic medicines that like herbs and diet can cure cancer. If you eat the right foods and you exercise and you drink fluids and you don't let your body become acidic, it will fight cancer cells, okay? So there's many cures for things out there. There's just no money in it, and that's why it's not practiced as in the mainstream. It's not a mainstream form of healthcare, is because there's no money in it. They can't pay the doctors enough without the pharmaceutical companies backing the treatments. That's where all the money comes from. So it's very unfortunate because homeopathic doctors are amazing people and they really know a lot, just like people in the normal medical field. They know a lot too. So thanks.
They don't know crap. They don't know jack in the regular medical field. Excuse me. But anyways, taking care of yourself. I mean, to get on the subject that Kareem wants to be on. To stay on, if you take care of yourself, you'll have the ability to have more realizations if you're healthier, and you'll have more fun. The reason a lot of us are sick, is because we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not like getting enough water, we're not eating the right stuff, and then we don't have a proper mindset. And I think Chrysler, he was saying about mindset too. You got to think right, you got to be right, or I don't know if he said it like that, but
yes, sir, something like that.
Yeah. No, actually, here's an interesting thing about that. When I was young, I always wanted to be a musician, so I picked up drums and I played with that for a while. and it was a lot of fun. I was in the band, but eventually, I think ninth grade or 10th grade, I got in a fight with my drum instructor because we were all having fun on the drum set. He's like, no, you need to play what we're telling you. We got these music things. You need to do that. And I quit. And I think 16 or 15, I picked up the guitar, and I wasn't in the right mindset. I'm like, this is too hard. This is scary. People were making fun of me. They're like, you're real slow at this. You're never going to succeed. Probably the same format of like you, Rick, talking about like how Operation, you know, was like, I was having trouble hitting chords. But I kept at it. I kept at it. I watched other people. I got magazines, videos. I'm not saying I've become Eddie Van Halen now, but now I play live with a band.
Hey.
I've written some songs, and honestly, putting all that like annoying work, putting the work that I didn't like to do, didn't help. But getting in the right mindset of, man, I'm at a concert. I could be at stage like those guys. They're not doing anything that's out of my reach. I could do that too. I could be an awesome musician, and you know, I can't say I've played a huge concert like them yet, but I know I will. And I know playing live, I have a video of me playing music. I'm not going to say what kind, but I have a video of me and my friends playing music on Facebook, and it was all by getting in that right mindset of, yeah, I can do this. I can be a entrepreneur. I can be a crazy musician. I just got to get in the mindset of how fun is it going to be when I'm in the operating room, or how fun is it going to be when I'm up at a concert, or you look to the end goal. For me, is what's it going to be like when you get this awesome thing, and then you start to have more fun because you can feel it, and then your vibration goes up. But that's for another time. Carl, do you want to unmute and talk about how you have fun doing your work and fun doing stuff you like to do? Are you there, Carl? I guess not. All right, guys. So, enlighten me. Other cool stuff you got in the right mindset and then started having fun with doing.
Where do I start?
Playing drums?
Yeah. I've been a musician for a few years now myself, and I don't play in a band or anything. I do my music all on my own, and it's a lot of fun to do what I do and to come up with the creative process and to run with it. I have music out there now, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I worked very hard at that. It was a long process, and it was a lot of my vision was very powerful of what I was trying to create with it. That's why it took so long to get it out there, because I wanted to make sure that it was at the right time. And I have fun playing drums, guitar, and learning my girlfriend's language, who lives in the Philippines. That's a lot of fun for me. Talking to her is fun. Being here is fun, and I know that the more I enjoy what I do, the more I want to keep doing it. And I think that's the most important thing in anybody's life, is when you don't feel like it's work anymore, then it becomes effortless and you just want to do it. And I think that the biggest thing we have to avoid is procrastination and thinking that and we have to stop dreading the hard work and realize that greatness doesn't exist without hard work, and you've got to make sure that you put the work in to get the results you're looking for. So definitely.
Preach it, Chris.
Nice, I like it.
I like that.
The dreading hard work part. Yeah, that's a big one for me. I could definitely
This show
say.
is awesome. Yeah, I feel like I do.
I don't call myself a musician,
Go ahead, Rick.
but I don't call myself a musician, but I started playing the drums in the drum and bugle corps back in the dark ages. And then my mom said, "Oh, hell no, you're not playing these drums, dude." Like, Then so I started playing the trumpet, and I was first chair trumpet.
Cool.
And my mom told me that if you don't practice an hour a day, you're not getting dinner. Now, she says that she didn't say that, but My sisters all will confirm that, and I'm sure she would still feed me if I didn't play. But so I found out that, you know what, that trumpet is loud, man, and my mom is like always pushing me. I think I'll play 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I came first chair, and then I started playing like guitar, like a long time ago, but only for myself, and
Yeah.
and I never played in a band or anything like that. But I've been up on stage before in front of big crowds, like when you do parades and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important, like as entrepreneurs, that you have a rounded, like Chris was saying, something to do. Like he says, oh, it's fun learning his Filipina's girlfriend's language. Yeah, right. It's fun being around her too. She's a Filipina. She's happy, right? She's smiley. She likes to help you, right?
Yeah.
She's really bright light in your life, isn't she?
Yes, she is. You're absolutely right. Yep.
Just sort of guessing, but and you like being around her, and she's fun because I know I worked with Filipinos, and they're fun to be around. They're like upbeat. I'm going back to Chrysler, what he said. Like they don't care. People don't care what you know. It's how you make them feel.
Yep.
So, and I'm working on that because how do you make someone feel good about what you're saying? I mean, how do you know like what not to say that's gonna piss them off? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think you do. Like, there's no guide. Nobody hands you a guide how to not get people, upset. Because everybody's different. You can never write that book. Or if you did, I'd like to see it. But there's no guide on how to, like, be everybody's buddy. You just go in there and be yourself, have fun, realize that, I'm not going to take life super, super seriously, and I'm going to enjoy what I got now, and then just getting out. I think the best way to feel good, make others feel good, is for yourself to feel good. What a concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He hit it right on the head, didn't he?
Yes. He always does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys, you guys amaze me because I don't know how old you guys are, but
I'm 34.
I'm guessing you're
21.
Okay.
I'm 82, but I work out.
Did you say you're 21, Chrysler?
Yeah, I'm 21 sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm 15, sometimes I'm 30. Today I'll be 21.
Today will be 21. Well, you have amazing insight and wisdom for your age and for the social. Where do you live? I know you said something, and I'm like.
Yeah, I live in Gwinnett County, Georgia, right up north.
Oh, Georgia. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Sweet home.
Yeah.
I love Georgia, man. I love Georgia.
When was the last time you were here?
I haven't been back to the United States in 8-9 years.
Oh,
I went from Florida. I was living in Florida for 12 years, being a lifeguard there and doing some surgery, and then I went to Costa Rica for a year, man.
Nice. Man, I need to get out of Georgia, though, honestly. No, I love it. But I want to be able to go out more because I'm not really from here. Like, I was born in Belgium, but I haven't been there. I lived there. So oui, je parle français. Et j'ai fini en Belgique et je parle français. You speak French? Just a little bit.
I do.
Heck no.
I do. S'il vous plaît.
I don't barely speak American, man.
You had the accent with American.
American. I'm trying to do the George Bush thing. I always do that. American.
American is great.
We got Al Qaeda.
But yeah, I want to get out more.
Here's a funny thing about what you guys said. Part of having fun with your work is getting to travel to places. Like, that's one reason I'm doing this, so I don't have to be like, yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. Woo, what are you going to do? Hang out here the rest of your life? Like, I don't know where you're from. But, like, I want to go, like, cause some trouble in, like, Europe, cause some trouble in Australia.
Belgium,
yeah. Wherever I'm going, I want to go places and see things and, like, fight bears and stuff. That's
cool.
Part of the fun of
work.
I think any work that says you have to be here and 2 weeks vacation isn't jiving with me.
No.
Because I want to have that, like, free schedule of, I'll still give you a coaching session, but I'm going to go to Ireland for the day, and then I'm going to go to someplace, in South America. I'll go to Bali and start
Yep.
partying there and be like, crap, I gotta get on the power hour.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man. Yeah.
But like now it's like, oh, I got 2 weeks. Can I have it? Yeah, you can. 2 weeks later, somebody took that in my place, and then it's like, oh man. And like I have so many friends in different places now. I'm just planning on, part of the fun of this will be, I can still do this hangout. We got the internet now. We can still do pay me when I'm worth in this hangout from anywhere.
Right.
So it's not like a big imposition of, I gotta stay at this desk. It's kind of stupid.
It is. Yep.
Well, I know I'm blabbing a lot, and I apologize if I'm blabbing too much. Just
You're
press
good.
mute, Chris,
It's
if I'm talking
good.
too much, and I'll just be a
It's a
wagging
phone call.
chin over here when Chrysler says his words of wisdom. But jeez. But he said in the beginning, how do you have fun? Then I was thinking, well, damn, I was working in surgery. I had 3 jobs. I was paying $500 a month child support. Man, it wasn't fun. But then every surgical job I got it close to the ocean where I could surf, okay? And they knew I was a surfer. They wouldn't put my name up there, Rick, on the schedule. They'd put Surfer Dude, That's what they called me at work, Surfer Dude. And they would shut, and from the blinds, when I worked in Aberdeen, Washington, from the break room, they'd shut the blinds. I knew when the blinds were shut, and I had a little binoculars where I could see the surf break. I'm like, the blinds are shut today. Yes, I'm going home at noon, right? So I was always like, first my life centered around my family, and I really love kids, and I love my wife and stuff like that. So that was just the core of it. Then I was like jacked on surgery, right? But I had to have surfing too, and like Marsha was explaining to me, and I'm not going to bring up the soul man, but because he says keep his name out of it, so I'm going to keep that guy's name out of all this. So I'm going to say Marsha, okay? But what Marsha was saying is that a balance. You guys, to me, seem pretty damn balanced in general. I mean,
Except
just
when I
from
fall down.
except when you
Say what?
fall down.
Yeah, I'm not balanced then.
When you fall and get back up, then you bounce.
Or if the floor is wet and they don't put the sign "floor is wet, you may fall," then I'm not balanced.
Balanced as far as the way you think and the way your life is. Like you're inquisitive enough to know that, like, hey, Chrysler says if you're gonna go to McDonald's or whatever and work, and you're gonna flip burgers, have fun. Do your thing. Show your backside a little bit. And stuff like that. I had them jobs too. I had more fun than anyone there. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Because I had to, I wanted to laugh, I wanted to cry, I wanted to, meet some chicks, whatever, so I used every opportunity that I had to leverage it, I told you my dad was pimp, so we leveraged everything. Yeah, we leveraged everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I have a question.
my dad was like, yes, sir.
So you were like a surfer doctor, so you'd be like, let me check your blood pressure. It's down 20 points. Gnarly, bro. Wow.
Well, when I put my professional hat on, Kareem, I'd like you to sit down here, and we're gonna have a little talk with you. We're gonna need to draw your blood now, and the nurse has already taken your blood pressure, and all I did was help people do surgery. So all my patients were in a coma. And all I got to do is, they're asleep, dude. Like that. And all I got to do is like cohort with the operating room nurses. That's right.
There ain't all.
Because that's what runs the operating room, right? Come on, dude. And all of them, like, they wear these short little skirts and all like that. So I mean, I was 19 years old, So I mean, like I said, my dad was pimp. We leveraged this, And that's how you have fun, really, And we had fun with it. My dad, he took it overboard. He takes it way overboard. But I had a lot of fun, with the girls, with the surgeons, with the patients, but my primary thing was like making sure that these people would come through here and live. I mean, seriously, when you get off the fun part of it, damn, I want these people to live and get out of here. And they mostly did. They mostly did.
Yeah. That's good.
But it's setting up your life, you know? Like if you work at McDonald's and you're like a guy that likes to ride up and down mountains or a mountain bike dude, then, you know, you need to work at the McDonald's. When you get off of work, you got to climb a mountain to go home or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I set up my life like it is set up now because I don't like paying bills. I don't like going, I have to have my mortgage this week or my rent. I don't like that shit, okay?
No.
I went through it so many times. Dude, in like 2003, I lost my home in the mortgage crisis. And I made my family sell everything that they owned down to 2 suitcases, and we moved to Costa Rica, okay? And in that time, I mean, I'm trying to preach here and that. In that amount of time, I got hit by lightning, and I could no longer do surgery, and I could no longer be a lifeguard. I was struck by lightning. Like the last week of being a lifeguard, dude. I didn't know how to surf anymore. I had to have him teach me how to surf.
I have someone who can help you, actually. His name's the Amazing Flash. He got hit by lightning.
He became a superhero. That's great.
Well, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago, you know, and that was like 10 years ago. But I'm just saying that if you would look at that, you would think, oh, that dude's cooked, man. He don't have nowhere to go. He's making like $300 a month on the internet. How could he even support his family? He doesn't have enough money, right? Bull. I found a guy in Costa Rica that would let us stay there for a year for free. Nice house, nice place, a farm, had lots of food. Hey, organic.
Hey.
Wow. How about that?
Look at that.
I was getting paid from Yahoo contributors writing $7 articles, about $300 or $400 a month. Dude, we lived like kings, you know, for a year until we figured out how to get out of there, you know, and not really get out of there, but until our lesson was through. Okay.
I think I'm gonna move real quick. To be honest, I mean that's pretty awesome because a lot of people would think like, "Ooh, I'm only making so much, I can't have fun." That's the way my friends treat it now. Because they will all be like, "Oh, it's the weekend. You want to do anything?" And like, "Nah, man, I'm broke." You can still have fun, bro. Trust me. I used to do
it ain't about money. Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm at right now, man. Just kick it. Like, you don't need anybody to always have fun. Just kick it. Go to the park, meet some people, relax, act stupid, freestyle on the street, you know, meet some folks. You don't always need money. Because then when you get the money, you can have more fun. You don't need just the money to have fun. That's what people broke anyway, in my age. That's
Spread the love.
I mean, like, they get their paycheck, they got to spend it on everything. And after that, it's like, hey, yo, you trying to kick it? No, I ain't got no money, I'm broke. What's that mean, man? Let's kick it. Let's play video games or something. Let's relax. I ain't got no money, I'm broke. They didn't get the money, they spend it.
So do you want to hear how I made my first million?
Please, enlighten us, sir.
Okay. I had this dream, right? And I'm going to tell you guys to be very, very specific about your dreams, okay? And the stuff that you visualize and the stuff that you think you want to do in your life. So I had this dream, right, that I'd go to and I was on the internet like since the beginning, right? And I was a bulk emailer, and I made millions and millions of dollars worth of sales for all these different companies, right? But I was more like in the service industry. I provided leads and traffic, you know, for them, and I didn't really sign up for a lot of stuff. But I had this dream that I was going to go to my bank someday and see like 1000000, right? Just had this dream. I could see it visually and all like that. I was like, dude, I know this is the right thing, right? So then when I moved to Costa Rica, and I thought it was going to be American money, you know. And when I moved to Costa Rica, I had $2,500 in my bank. I went to the Costa Rican, you know, teller money machine thing, and I pressed balance. And it came out that I had 1,200,000 colones, which equals $2,500 American. So there's how I made $1 million.
I did too.
I was like, I was so psyched, Chrysler. I'm like, I'm a millionaire, okay? And nobody could take that away from me. When I walk down the streets of Costa Rica, what do you think they call you? When you're an American and you walk down the streets, Millon. And I'm like, why are they always calling me a millionaire? I had that slip in my pocket, dude. We're all born millionaires, but we don't know it to them, you know. And we're all thinking that if we get more money, it's going to be a lot more fun. Let me tell you something. it ain't that much fun having a pile of money. You're gonna have to figure out how to save it, use it, and figure out how to keep it.
Yeah.
It's more fun. Yeah, dude, I had this like huge pile of money. What am I gonna do with it? Oh, the tax guy, he wants some, right? And all the rip-offs, they want some. And then, oh, you know what, dude? You need to get a bigger house and a better car. Those guys want some too. You know what I did? Silver. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Here's one crazy thing, though. A lot of people think like that, like, oh man, if I had all this money, I'll do all these fun things. And you really have to start having fun before you get the money. Then by having fun, whether it's making YouTube videos or doing goofy things, or, I mean, Jackass isn't probably a great example of, upstanding people. But if you want to, it goes to show you can have fun anyway, inventing things, doing crazy, even doing dumb stuff on camera.
that's
And
right.
money just pops out. Like public speaking to me, I was so scared of it, and then I said, "This is fun. It doesn't really cost me anything. I'm gonna go speak at Toastmasters. Woo!" And then playing guitar is fun. It's not costing me anything because some people bought me guitars. Like, yeah, it did in the long run, but I just started having fun playing guitar, public speaking, working out. I had access to a gym. I still do it. And I found out that you got to have the fun, you got to have the enjoyment and the dream first. And then all of a sudden that green paper just magically pops up. Hey, imagine that. Most people think they got to work hard and then save up and then, oh, I'll get a pension and I can have fun. I think we're backwards, but that's just, and I know you guys agree, but like the rest of society, I'm trying to throw this idea out there that, hey, have fun, go surfing, man. Go do the things you like. And then, who knows, like maybe you start making surfing videos on YouTube, and people are like, whoa, and that you have like 1 million followers. I don't know anyone who's doing it, and it's a crazy idea. Or Chris does reviews for music, or I want to do stuff on YouTube for public speaking, and all of a sudden I'm just really into it. People can feel that energy and bank account, and it's in dollars this time.
Yeah.
Or pesos, or whatever your currency is.
Hey, what did they call the dollar in Canada?
The dollar in Canada is well, the Canadian dollar. You're talking about the coins?
Oh, no, just what they call it, peso.
What do they call the money? What do they call the money up there? What do you guys call it?
Well, we call it the Canadian dollar.
Dollars?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Dollar, pretty
Okay.
much.
It's not a quid or something like that.
We
They
have
call it
loonies,
monopoly money.
we have loonies and toonies. The Canadian coin, $1 coin's called a loonie, and the $2 coin's called a toonie. Our $2 coin's called a toonie.
Looney
I have a
Tunes.
question
Oh.
about that. So
Yeah.
if you go crazy, let's say a crazy person makes a lot of money, like they go straitjacket, but then they get better. Can you say the loonies making loonies? That's one way. I crack goofy jokes.
I was thinking Looney Tunes, like the Looney Tunes. That's an interesting name for money.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
Make a rap song about it. I got the
But yeah.
Looney Tunes. They're making so much money.
And it's cool. I miss that show. But you inspired me, Rick, because I remember Jim Carrey as a joke wrote down, I want to have $1 million. I think it was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it was. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can even tell the story if you want, but he wrote down, I want to have $1 million, and there it is after doing Dumb and Dumber. I'm like, I'm going to write down on a piece of paper. I'm going to show the kids at home.
Yeah.
It works. It's crazy. I read it on Think and Grow Rich, and Jim Carrey talks about it a lot. I mean, Kareem pretty much just said it, but this man just had like this check, and he wrote $100, and he'll just drive around and visualize it at night. Like, I am a great actor, and here's my check for making great movies. And look at where he's at now. I mean, this is stuff they don't even teach us at school, man. We don't even talk about this at school, like at all.
No.
That's right.
And even in like a leadership college that I go to, which is cool and all, it's like we don't, we get too realistic, honestly, man. We get too, well, you gotta be real and you gotta do it like this and like that. It's cool stuff, but like this is stuff that I've learned. I had to like self-educate myself, like reading, whether it's like the Bible or just self-help books, listening to God, listening to you guys, this is like knowledge that people really do not know. You gotta guard it with your life and be an example. You know what I mean? Because people really like. It's like this, especially growing up in an African home. You know, they believe in hard work. They believe that America is a land of opportunity. So that was already implemented in me. But also, when bills start piling up, they get, we get this victim mentality. You know, well, the white man did this and the white man did this. So that's why we're not successful. Man, I talk about this almost every show, but Rick, since you don't know, I mean, I was in jail for 2 weeks, and then a year later, I had to spend 13 months in immigration, because I was getting ordered deported. And, like, people were telling me, well, according to the law, you have to get deported. Be realistic, kid. You're not going back to America. You might as well start thinking about your life in Congo. You might as well start thinking about how your life is going to look like. My man, I wrote down my goals. I continued to pray, and I had faith. I said, look here, man. I'm going to stay in this country. I'm going to get my high school diploma. I'm going to get my education, and I'm going to be successful. And look at where I am today. And that's why I believe, like, when you apply what you know, I mean, you're living testimony. People disagree to disagree. You just continue to love them. You feel me? Have fun with them. But the people are going to start looking like, wait a minute, 13 months in immigration? High school diploma still? And you're still happy? Like, are you okay? I'm good. I'm Gucci. Like, God is good. I got peace in my life. I'm learning. I'm enjoying my life every single day. And people start going, yo, like, what do you have, my man? I want that. Jim Carrey did it. You did it. And I think it's really awesome. So especially, in your mind, you had $2,000 in the bank. Then, before you know it, that $2,000 became $1 million. And it was probably like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Yeah, cool. But you're still who you are. And I think that's an important lesson for me, man, Rick, because it's like, it's not, money's cool, but it's not about the money. Like, my value's in me. My fulfillment can't be in the money. It has to be in me first. Because when I get it, it's cool, but now I got to spend it and find out how to save it and stuff like that, So it's really important, man. Good
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah, I was super inspired of that because I hear a lot of people blaming, not necessarily like Caucasians, but like they'll blame, oh, it's the government, or I can't get a job, Kareem, I gotta stay on welfare, it's my parents, I can't find a job. Just like every excuse, just you write down, the economy's tough, life's tough. Okay, I get it. Maybe some people do bad things. I don't throw that out there that everybody's angels. But at the same time, you got to realize playing the blame game is not going to get you anything. If you go out there, enjoy life, have fun, and maybe write a note like this, like I'm worth $1 million, just like, okay, backwards.
Like that.
But okay, fine. If you just do something crazy like that, and then just really feel like $1 million, $1 million will hit you eventually. I'm here to say that I haven't got it yet, but I've gotten other little things like birds I wanted. I'm in a band that I wanted to be in. And if you just have fun, don't take life too seriously. Stop playing the blame game. I really think these things are going to manifest. We're almost out of time, so does anybody want to add anything? Or
You're all
I
awesome.
think I'm muted out.
No, you're not. You're here.
No, I can hear
Oh,
you.
you hear me? Oh, what? Okay, good. Because I'm sitting there. I don't hear myself or whatever. No. I really enjoyed. I just met Kareem, and I want to say that I'm really impressed by you guys and your vision and what you're saying, and how you're viewing life. You're way ahead of where I was. Okay, and keep when you write it down. Christ, you know how to create reality. It's created by your thoughts, and Chris does. I mean, Kareem does too. And gosh, I mean, I really appreciate you guys inviting me on here. I learned so much from you guys. Seriously,
It's cool, man. Come back. Keep coming back.
Yeah,
We need
do this
people.
every
We need,
Saturday.
yeah,
Honestly,
we
you're
do it every
inspiring,
Saturday.
man. Thank you very much, Rick. You're really
Yeah.
inspiring. Those words mean a lot, especially coming
They
from
do.
Thanks.
You're like 25. You're not old. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're not old.
You're
Come on.
young millionaire.
I'm not old. I mean, people ask me how long I've been. Did you just start surfing? I said yes. 40. I've been surfing for 40 years. You know, and I'm not trying to say this to brag or anything like that, but I still catch more waves than the 25-year-olds. And I know it's because that I got more chutzpah or whatever that is. I got more in me, man. I got more to go. I got more to give. I got more to love. I got more passion. You know what I mean? It's not anything to do with that I'm smarter or have more money or anything like that. It's just I dig deep down inside when I surf, and I'm catching more waves than everybody else. I don't care who you are or what you do, you know. And
Yep.
when you have that attitude about life, when you just like go at it like you guys are, I mean, you're going to be successful in whatever you want to do. Seriously, and I applaud you guys. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Rick.
Yeah.
We're doing this every Saturday at 5, and yeah, just come back and everything. And one note I wanted to leave on, because I guess we're on a high thing, is I watched this dude named Eric Thomas, who is this really like passionate speaker, and he's like, you know, I was homeless for 2 years. I think you guys might know him, and he said that he's now a speaker, and he was a football star, and he did a lot of other things. And one of the pivotal things he said, there were people who came from Ivy League schools, there were people who came from rich families, parents had everything, people who had way better opportunities, but he was still kicking it because he had heart, he had passion, and he enjoyed what he did truly. He had fun, and he really did that. So that's our show today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Any last thoughts, words, comments, insults?
Insults.
Life is good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
All right.
Aloha and thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
We're, all right. Did you?
Wait, we're still alive.
Yeah, we're still alive. I'm just waiting.
No, I don't really think. I think you guys covered everything pretty well. It was interesting hearing from Rick and how he's created his life. I think that's very cool, and we'd love to have you back, man, anytime.
Yeah. I will definitely send you the invite if you want to.
We have a newsletter you can subscribe to too, Rick.
Yes.
And if you go to the entrepreneurpowerhour.com, you can become a member, and you'll opt in to get emails from us as well. Same with you, Chrysler. If you guys want to become members, that'd be really cool too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
guys.
I want to become a member. And can I change my name to something cool like Chrysler has, man? He's like cruising over there. I'm like, Rick. You know, he's like Chrysler, man. You know, he's like cruising. Is that your real name?
That is his real name.
All right.
I'm teasing you. That's awesome. I like that.
Rodriguez, man. Your name is awesome, you know.
Rodriguez.
That's
Yeah.
Rodriguez, man.
Actually, I never heard Rick spell like that. I thought it would be R-I-C-K. Yours is R-I-K. Come on,
Yeah.
man. That's a
Yeah, my mom couldn't spell. I don't know. No, she always claimed that. Oh, we got that in spelling from the producer of Lassie. I'm like, Mom, please.
All right.
You just couldn't spell. I think she couldn't spell it on the birth certificate.
Nice.
No coincidence. You're meant to be the different Rick. Spelled
No.
R-I-K.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
All
a
right,
freak.
guys.
What can I say? Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, I'd like to be here every Saturday because it would be important to me to learn.
All right,
Thank you.
guys. You heard it from the man. Be here Saturday. Have fun. We'll see you next week.